Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing the third part of the series that I've been doing on my channel at the moment, which is one of the family homes in that building that I'd made. So we've done 2 apartments and I decided I wanted to do like a family style home, and I think that this worked out pretty well. So it's like a 3-bedroom 2.5 bathroom home, and it looks pretty cute in my opinion. So we did this one on the left here with the blue door, and yeah, I really like it, and I think I've already planned what I'm going to do for the next one, and then I'll move on to Eco Lifestyle, because obviously Eco Lifestyle is being released now, which is really exciting, and I played around a little bit with it yesterday and it was really good, and I probably would highly recommend the pack. And yeah, I just really think that it's worth its money. I haven't played with all the gameplay, but from what I've seen and from what I've played with, it's really good. So onto this house, I kept the floor plan pretty simple. I have one bathroom on each floor, so that makes it a bit easier for the Sims, and I have kids' bedrooms on the 2nd floor, and then the master bedroom on the top floor with an ensuite and a study. So on the bottom floor, this is the kitchen I'm working on now. I wanted to keep a very much black and white theme and maybe add some color in. So the way I add color in is I decided that I wanted to have this kitchen island, and so I put some bright blue bar stools there, which adds a bit of color. I was going to use that blue fridge, but I don't think it's suitable for like a family. I don't think you'd be able to store very much in it. That was my only reason for not choosing it. So I'm adding a stove in there, and I add that fire alarm because we got firemen now, and I mean, you got to have the fire alarm. It's now an essential, which is quite exciting. And so I'm adding a small dining area here. It's not suitable for the whole family, it wouldn't fit everybody in, but they got that kitchen island there as well, so I figured that if they were wanting to sit all together, they could have that kitchen island. They could sit at the kitchen island and the dining table, or they could sit in the living room. So yeah, I left that pretty open as to what your Sims could do, and I just added a little bit of clutter. I actually added a fair bit less clutter than I normally do. I was quite amazed. But it looks quite nice, and I quite like it. I think it still looks lived in, but it's a lot less. And I add some knives onto the wall as well. So I use the blue handle on those so that I bring that blue in from the seats, although it's not the same color blue. But I'm at least bringing that blue in. There was a blue rug there as well, so I'm trying to tie it in different places, or that was my idea for it. So I add a little bit of artwork, and I didn't realize that picture had so many swatches. So I was going through them and I was like, I didn't even know that existed. So I'm adding that bin in there, and I move on to the living room. And I recently got Jungle Adventure, and it is beautiful. I love that lounge suite, or the couches, and I think they look so nice. I think that they look very natural and very realistic for what would probably be in a home. It's got cushions to decorate and all that, so yeah, I really like that. And I hadn't gotten the expansion pack at this point, but I will be doing builds with it, and I'm hoping I have a few videos planned so I can show the build or buy items, because mostly what I do on my channel is building. So I want to be able to show the build or buy items in the pack because they really are good, and I really like the aspect that what you choose to build your house with impacts the environment around you, and I really do like that. I think that it adds a lot more realism to the game. I know that with my family personally, we recycle, and you know, although we don't see a physical difference in the world, I think that it's a good thing to have in your game, and I think it's important. But enough about the new pack. So this build, I decided that I wanted a half bathroom downstairs. I think that it's very useful, especially in The Sims and in real life. But in The Sims, I think that it takes The Sims a lot longer to move around than it would a normal person. So it's better having the bathrooms nearby. And I do this entry hall, but I kept it really simple. I added a couple school bags, as if the kids leave their school bags there when they're home. And I added a few rugs as well. But all in all, I kept it very simple and a lot less cluttered than I normally have it. So I think that it looks quite nice. And I just add a couple paintings in too, and a couple pictures. And so moving upstairs, I wanted this to look like, kind of look like this is where the family store all their extra things, like their laundry or their laundry baskets. And I think that it looks quite nice. It seems pretty viable considering it's like the middle floor, so it's a halfway point. And so I just add a few paintings in here, and I add a little rug, I believe. Yeah, and I add that above the stairs. I really wanted to tie the blue and green theme in throughout the house, and I thought that this rug was a good happy medium for both colors. And for this bathroom on the second floor, I wanted to make it look like it was more a kid's bathroom. So the other bathrooms have a more adult-like tile, and I think that this is nice because I think that if guests were like visiting, they'd probably use the downstairs bathroom, and I don't think they'd use this one. So I think that this is nice for the kids because it's a little bit more fun and it's a little bit more colorful, and I really like that about it. The one thing I will say though is the only bathroom with a mirror above the sink is the downstairs bathroom in this build, because there are so many windows and I didn't want to move them because I'd have to change it on both sides of the build, so for the other house as well. And I thought that it looked really nice from the outside having all these windows, so I just kind of moved the mirrors around the build, and yeah, it ended up looking quite nice. So I add these curtains into the kids' room. I wanted to add more color with the curtains. I didn't want them to be kind of boring and white like the rest of the house, so I wanted to add a little bit of color there. And I add a desk in both kids' rooms because I think that it's pretty nice to have that desk if it's available, if you can, because the kids can do their homework in their room then. And I'm adding a mirror in there too. I believe I do add a toy box. Yeah, there you go. I add a toy box, and I kept this pretty clutter free as well. I added a rug in, which I think looks quite nice. I like that rug, and it's very simple, but I think it does add the aesthetic of it being a kid's room. So I'm just adding a few posters on the wall. I looked through quite a few posters, and this is the poster I decided on. I wanted the kids' rooms to be similar but not the same. My thought for this was maybe they're twins, but I wanted them to be similar, and I wanted the bed sheets to be pretty much the same, just in a different color. And so this is what I went with. It's a similar color scheme in both rooms as well. So I'm adding that little fluffy toy in there and that toy box. I don't know if the kids can get to that toy, but if they can't, you can just shuffle it across a little bit. And this room has a bigger desk, so I had to clutter it up just a little bit more. I really like that mirror that I put into this room because it has all those little stickers on it, and I think that that's pretty cute, especially for a kid's room or maybe a teen's room. I think it's quite nice. So up here, I wasn't sure on what to do for the hallway bit. I don't really like doing hallways. I think that they're quite difficult to do because there's not much you can put in a hallway. So this is what I kind of came up with, and I end up putting that pot plant in there. I also kept the master bathroom pretty simple. I wanted it to have a bath and a shower because it is quite a big bathroom, so that's what I went with. I don't know why, but every time I was trying to pull the counter away, it kept just going into my household inventory, which was really annoying, but it's fine. It got worked out in the end, and you can see me just adding that one back there. So I added a couple of rugs in. I wanted it to look almost like it was a continuous rug, so it was one long rug that went through the bathroom, but I didn't want it to be patterned because the tiles in the bathroom are patterned, and I didn't want it to take away from the focus of that because I think that they're really beautiful and I really like them. And I think that it makes my builds look, my bathrooms anyway, look just a little bit less boring, because I find that my bathrooms do look a little bit boring sometimes. They always look the same anyway. So I'm onto the master bedroom now, and I kept it very simple in here. I added a few things onto that dresser, but not nearly as much clutter as normal, same as I have been throughout the rest of the build. And I add a rug in, and I think I add a seat in on the left hand side of the bed, as far as I remember. Yeah, so just adding that seat in. Bringing that blue in again with the bedspread and the little chair. So this is the study now, and it's onto the last room of the build. I added a bookshelf in, added a chair in, I believe, and I really like how this study turned out. I think that it looks really nice and pretty welcoming, so I was pretty pleased with this as well. I'm going to leave you guys here. I hope that you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.